I suppose this is just a tradition now, but here I am doing yet another demo of a Platinum Games game. This is Bayonetta 2. It is also exclusive to the Wii U, just like the wonderful 101. This game comes out on the 24th of October in America, and if you buy Bayonetta 2, it also comes with a port of Bayonetta 1 for the price of one game. So Bayonetta is way easier to figure out compared to something like the wonderful 101, which a lot of people had a problem with, especially with the demo. The game basically has two different types of attacks. You have punches, and then you have kicks, and you can string them together into a million different kinds of combos. There are multiple different types of weapons to equip in this game, and as you can see here, she does have guns in her hands, but she also has guns equipped to her feet. With these guns, pressing or holding punch or kick at any point in the combo will extend each punch or kick by firing the guns as well. That Wicked Weave right there is also important. Wicked Weaves usually come at the end of combos, and they do a lot more damage, they can juggle enemies, and they can also knock back multiple enemies at once. One of the core mechanics of Bayonetta is something called Witch Time. To activate Witch Time, you just have to dodge right as an enemy is about to hit you. This will slow down time and give you the chance to hit the enemy a whole bunch before they can even react. So just like every other Platinum game, you're getting ranked during fights, with pure Platinum being the highest rank you can achieve. You can press down on the D-pad to taunt enemies. Taunted enemies become stronger, they attack faster, but attacking them while they are taunted gets you way more points. And here's another weapon that's in the demo, and yet another. The two weapons available in the demo are these dual-wielding swords, and also, on her feet, dual-wielded whips. We also have a magic meter below our health meter, and when that gets full, you can activate Umber and Climax, which turns every single attack into a crazy Wicked Weave. So the whip, when you hold down the attack button for the whip, can be used to also pick up enemies and slam them into stuff. And holding down the down button allows you to taunt multiple enemies in a row. And the final hit of your Wicked Weaves here also summons giant monsters! You might recognize some of these, because some of these were actually summoned to defeat bosses in the first game. You can switch your weapon sets on the fly with one of the trigger buttons. Dodge Offset is also still in the game. This is a technique where, in the middle of a combo, if you hold down the last button you pressed and then dodge, you won't lose your place in the combo, which can make things feel much more fluid as well as save time, and it just looks really cool. I promise, I'm gonna do good in this demo, alright? But I'm gonna get nicked a little. I'm so sorry. There won't be any pure Platinums here, buddy. So a couple things are kind of different from Bayonetta 2, like the, that technique right there was the 360 gun climax move from the first, but it seems way more powerful than in the first game, because it just instantly killed a couple enemies on this plane. Look, I'll get platinum for at least 2 of the things, alright? So when you're fighting enemies in this game, your score is dictated by a whole bunch of things, but mainly if you start repeating the same attacks over and over, the amount of points each hit gets you will begin to decrease. You can reset this, at least this is how it worked in Bayonetta 1. You can reset this by hitting enemies with wicked weaves. There are a couple other things changed up in this demo, and it appears just to be the full game as well. It appears the game no longer penalizes you for using items, which would be okay for certain things, I feel, like, you know, healing items or something, because it's still ranking you in how much you're getting hit. But it also does not lower your rank at all for using items that make you invincible, which is kind of strange in my opinion.
That was quick. Did you get everything?
Forgot the caviar. You think they're still open?
It's not Christmas without caviar. Let's finish this quickly then.
So you can also taunt bosses, but I refrain from that in the moment just because they're just a little too difficult when taunted for me right now. You can also summon a giant frog! And also lift this guy and summon with the whip. Now normally you cannot do that. Enemies that are really large or heavy can normally not be lifted up or juggled with normal attacks, but when you have Wicked Weaves activated or Umbran Climax, the Wicked Weaves will do the heavy lifting for you. Another part of your score is that multiplier on the right. The more points you gain, the higher your multiplier will go. It will reset, however, if about 3 seconds pass. So constantly hitting enemies is a part of getting a good score.
I'm not one for pets who don't listen to their masters.
So these aerial fights were not in the first game. Looks like doing a lot of stuff to spice up the boss battles, which is pretty great, because one of the weak points of the first Bayonetta was actually some of the larger boss battles. The humanoid enemies were pretty good, great to fight, though. So this guy is actually the guy I have the most trouble with at the moment, just because some of his attack cues kind of fake me out. Because sometimes he'll just start to open his mouth to roar at you, and that's when I think I need to dodge, and that's where he gets me! This damn dinosaur. I should also mention that this section of the demo isn't like a late game or mid-game part. This is literally the first like 10 minutes of the game. It's just missing the opening cutscenes of the game. Another way to keep your combo multiplier from resetting is to just fire your guns. As long as something is doing some sort of damage, your combo multiplier will not reset. It doesn't reset if you get hit either. So when you're using Umbra and Climax, you're not invincible or anything. You still have to watch out to dodge, even if you are throwing out a ton of really powerful attacks. Well, I wanted pure platinum, but I guess I'll just have to settle for platinum. But that's Bayonetta 2. I think it looks pretty rad, although there are some really deep system changes compared to the first one that are a little questionable, but most people aren't gonna notice them.